First of all, my dear friends, thanks for being here in my YouTube channel. So in this lesson number 5 on the topic clock, now we are going to solve only 3 questions based on the concept called apart. So it's one of the most important concept in the topic clock, right? Whenever if you are going for any competitive exams, try to learn this lesson number 5 properly, because if you take any memory based question papers, you can able to see this question that was asked from the apart topic repeatedly in the exams. So that's the reason I am saying, so concentrate more on this lesson number 5. So if you are a first time watching this video, don't forget to learn all the 4 lessons, right? What I have posted earlier. You know, lesson number 1, what we have learned is the basics. They usually give some timings. From that, our target to find the angle. And remember that lesson number 2, lesson number 3 and lesson number 4. So all these 3 lessons are solved by a similar concept, which is note number 1. 55 minute spaces are gained by the minute hand in 60 minutes. So all these 3 lessons we have applied one concept and we have solved this question. But here in this lesson number 5, we are going to learn one formula. By using that formula, we are going to solve the question. Not a new formula, right? The same formula what you learned in lesson number 1. So lesson number 1 formula and lesson number 5 formula both are same. You are not going to learn any new formula. You have learned the formula already in lesson number 1. The same formula that we are going to apply in lesson number 5. Just listen here, lesson number 5 is somewhat different question when compared to the previous questions. Why I am saying, here they usually give a question like between hour hand and a minute hand, there should be gap of 10 minutes. Understood the concept? Or I will give you one sample question. So read this question, what they are saying. At what time between 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock the hands of the clock be 4 minutes apart? Understood? What they are saying is between 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock at what time where minute hand and hour hand will be 4 minutes apart. So we need to solve those questions. Just listen here. Drawing a diagram is simple. Drawing that hour hand is easy because we know between 3 and 4 somewhere it going to be point. But drawing a minute hand will be little bit confusing. That's the only reason I am not teaching lesson number 5 in this method. I am going to teach this lesson number 5 by a formula method. We are not going to learn new formula. Again I am saying the same formula what we learned already. Understood? So you know the formula, right? What is the formula that I have taught you is theta is equals to 30h minus of 11 by 2 into m. So this is the formula what we learnt in lesson number 1. The same formula, we know the value of theta according to the question I am saying. According to this question, we will substitute the value of theta and we will substitute the value of h and our target to find what is the value of m. That's it. It's very easy. Right? And the second important thing is, I think the basics in the first lesson I have taught you one thing. In 60 minutes, right, in 1 hour, the minute hand, in 1 hour, right, between 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock, in 1 hour, we already know that the minute hand will make a complete rotation. Yes, so 360 degree. Yes or no? I have taught you already. I'm just recalling it again, right? So 60 minutes, in 1 hour, the minute hand moves 360 degree. Then for 1 minute, the minute hand will move 6 degree. Yes or no? 360 divided by 60 will be 6 degree. So remember this point. For every 1 minute, the minute hand will move 6 degree. Yes or no? Right? So first 6 degree, another 6, another 6, another 6, another 6. So 30 degree. So 36 degree, 42 degree, 48 degree, 54 degree, 60 degree. Understood? 10 minutes. So for every minute, the minute hand will move 6 degree. Note this point. Only by using this point, we are going to solve this question. Understood this logic? What I have taught you earlier. In lesson number 1 itself, I have taught you this, but remember this, right? So one first point that you need to remember is for every 1 minute, right? Every 1 minute, the minute hand will move 6 degree. Understood? And second thing, let me take any example question. I can better rub this. Let me take any other example question. Just see here. Between 3 to 4, right? We can take the same question. So between 3 to 4, right? At what time where the clock, hands of the clock be 4 minutes apart? Minutes apart. So the meaning is between hour hand and a minute hand, there should be gap of 4 minutes. But remember that they have given a word apart, right? If it is an apart, we don't know whether it is ahead, whether the minute hand is ahead or the minute hand is behind. There are two chances. They have given a word apart, which means the hands of the clock should be 4 minutes apart. But they didn't say you whether the minute hand should be ahead or behind, right? So just see here how I am going to draw a diagram. So between 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock, so definitely we can say the hour hand will point somewhere between 3 and 4. Now we have to target the minute hand. So the minute hand, either it can be ahead or else it can be behind. There are two chances, yes or no, right? Our target to check at what minute between this hour hand and a minute hand, it should be gap of 4 minutes. This is one possible, or else this is also another possible. So there are two possible in this diagram, understood? So that's the reason saying they have given a word apart. So if it is an apart, we don't know whether the minute hand is ahead or behind. So we need to find both the possibles. So this will be possible 1. This minute will be possible 1 and this will be possible 2. Always remember that this will be a positive value and this will be a negative value. Understood? Because behind, if it is behind, we will take it as angle as minus, and if it is ahead, we will take a value as positive. So what is the first step to solve the question is you need to find the angle. Right? This should be our first step. So angle is nothing but they have given 4 minutes apart, right? So your target to find what is the angle between minute hand and an hour hand. So this should be our first target. Sometimes they will say between 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock 10 minutes apart, 20 minutes apart, whatever the question be, your first step is to find the angle between hour hand and a minute hand. And second step, to substitute the values in the formula. And the third step, so find the answer. So you will always get two answers. Why? Because you are getting one value as positive, ahead and also behind. So remember that you will get a two answer. Understood? So let me solve the question. If you are a beginner, first question will be little bit difficult to understand. But after watching first question, second question and third question will be very simple. Right? So don't forget that note number 1. For every 1 minute, the minute hand will move 6 degrees. And the second important thing, they have given a word apart. So apart, which means it can be the minute hand can be either behind or the minute hand can be either ahead. So always remember we need to find the two answers because two possibles we are getting. So for both the possibles you need to find the answer. And the third important thing is whatever the question be based on apart, the first target is to find the angle between hour hand and a minute hand. So after finding the angle, substitute in the formula and find both the answers. That's it. It's very simple. So now let me move on to all the three questions now. Question number 1. So at what time between 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock where the hands of the clock be 4 minutes apart? So our target to find at what time where hands of the clock be 4 minutes apart. So again I am saying they have given the word apart. So apart is either the minute hand can be behind or else the minute hand can be ahead. There are two possibles. So first draw the diagram. It is not needed, but anyway try to draw the diagram. So just see here between 3 to 4, right? So we can surely say that the hour hand will point somewhere between 3 to 4. But the minute hand, there are two chances. Either the minute hand can be ahead or else the minute hand can be behind. So two possibles. So if it is ahead, right, so this should be taken as positive angle and this should be taken as a negative value. Always remember that they have told you like 4 minutes apart. So which means the gap of minute hand and hour hand will be 4 minutes. Understood? So similarly here the gap should be 4 minutes. That's it. What is the first step I have told you? To find the angle. This should be your step number 1. How to find the angle? Just listen carefully. We know that for 1 minute, how much the minute hand moves? 6 degrees. Yes or no? For every 1 minute, just now I have told you, I can write little bit bigger. So for 1 minute, right, the minute hand will move 6 degrees. Now how much minute hand is apart? 4 minutes apart. So we can say into 4 will be 24 degrees. Understood this logic? Right? What I have said here is for every 1 minute we know that the minute hand will cover 6 degrees. So here according to the question it is 4 minutes apart. So if it is 4 minutes apart then every 1 minute 6 degrees. So second minute another 6 degrees 12. 3 will be 18, 4 will be 24. So 6 degree for 1 minute, for 4 minutes 6 into 4 will be 24 degree. So now we can say that between hour and a minute and they will be 24 degree, 24 degree. That's it. So finally we found the angle between hour and a minute hand initially by step number 1. So finally we found between hour and a minute hand the angle is 24 degree. So now we need to substitute in a formula. So what is the formula I have taught you is theta is equals to 30h minus 11 by 2 into m. So find answer for both. Let me take this as possible one. So instead of theta I am going to substitute this plus 24. So plus 24 is equals to 30 instead of h. Our target to find between 3 to 4. So definitely between 3 to 4 somewhere the r angle points. So we can take h as 3. So minus 11 by 2 m our target to find. Second possible. For this theta we need to go with the second possible diagram, that is minus 24 is equals to 30 into 3 minus 11 by 2 m. Understood? These are the two possibles. So if you solve possible diagram 1 you will get one answer. If you solve possible diagram 2 you will get another answer. That's it. So only change in the formula is this value. So here for ahead we use plus 24 degree, for behind we used minus 24 degree. That's it. Right? You are going to get the answer. So let me solve this. So bring this 11 by 2 towards left hand side. So this will be plus 11 by 2 is equals to 90 minus 24. Right? So 90 minus 24 will be 66. So 11 by 2m is equals to 66. So m is equal to 66 into 2 will be 132. So 132 divided by 11. So if you divide this 1 times, so remaining will be 2, 12 times. So finally m is equal to 12 minutes. So where we can say 12 minutes past 3. Understood? So this will be the answer for the first possible diagram. So what we can say is, so 3 are at 12 minutes where the minute hand and hour hand will be 4 minutes apart. And the second possible we need to solve this. So 11 by 2 into m is equals to 90 plus 24. So 90 plus 24 will be 114. Yes. So if you cross multiply it, so m is equal to 228 divided by 11. So if you divide this, so 20 times 8 by 11. So 28 by 11. So past 3. That's it. So this will be the answer for the second possible. So finally answer for question number 1 is either at 3 hour 12 minute where the minute hand and hour hand will be 4 minutes apart, or else at 3 hour 28 by 11th minute where the clock of the hands be 4 minutes apart. So this will be the answer for question number 1. Understood? It is very easy and very simple. Step number 1, you need to find the angle. That is also easy. We already know that how many minutes it is apart. If it is 4 minutes apart, multiply by 4 so that we can able to find what is the angle between hour hand and a minute hand. So after finding it, substitute in a formula. So why we are getting two answers? Because they have given a word apart. So if it is an apart, we don't know whether the minute hand is ahead or behind. There are two possible. So this is for ahead and this is for behind. So finally we got an answer. That's it. So this will be the answer for question number 1. Question number 2. So at what time between 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock the hands of the clock be 3 minutes apart? So our target to find at what minute where the hands of the clock be 3 minutes apart. So first let me draw a diagram, right? So between 5 to 6. So we can surely say that the hour hand will point somewhere between 5 to 6. But the minute hand, there are two possibles. Either the minute hand can be ahead or else the minute hand can be behind. So what we can do is this can be possible 1 and similarly this can be possible 2. There are two possibles. So take this as a positive angle and take this as a negative angle. And second important thing is the gap between hour hand and a minute hand should be 3 minutes apart. So similarly the gap between hour hand and a minute hand should be 3 minutes apart. So what is the step number 1? Just now I have told you. So step number 1. So for every 1 minute the minute hand will move 6 degree. So here it is 3 minutes apart. So 6 degree into 3 is equals to 18 degree. So finally we found the angle between hour hand and a minute hand, if it is 3 minutes apart, will be 18 degree. So this will be 18 degree and this will be minus 18 degree. So now substitute in a formula for plus 18 as well as minus 18, you will get 2 answers. That's it. So this will be the answer for question number 2. Now it is easy, right? Just substitute in a formula. So for plus 18 and here it is for minus 18. So you know the formula, right? So theta is equals to 30 into h. So 5 to 6 hours. So h will be 5 minus of 11 by 2 into m. So bring this 11 by 2 towards left hand side. So 11 by 2 m is equals to 150 minus 18. So this will be 132. So 132 into 2. So divided by 11 is equal to m. So cancel it. 1 times 2 times 12 into 2 will be 24. So m is equal to 24 minute past 5. So which means the first possible answer is 5 hour 24th minute, where the hour hand and the minute hand will be 3 minutes apart. First answer. So this will be the first answer, right? Possible one. So next possible is minus 18 degree. Substitute in a formula. So minus 18 degree. So instead of theta, here we have substituted plus 18. So instead of theta, here we have substituted minus 18. That's it. So 30 into h will be 5 minus of 11 by 2 into m. So bring towards left hand side. So this will be 11 by 2 into m is equal to 150 plus 18. So m is equal to 168 into 2 divided by 11. So multiply by 2. So m is equal to 8 2s are 16. So remainder will be 1. 6 2s are 12, 1 13. Remainder will be 1. So 336 divided by 11. So this will be 30 times 6 by 11. So we can say 36 by 11 past 5. That's it. So this will be the answer for the second possible. So 5 hour 30th 6 by 11th minute, where both the hands of the clock will be 3 minutes apart. Easy, right? While solving first question you will feel somewhat difficult, but after solving first question, you know the second question is how much easy. The only thing is you need to first find the angle. You know it is apart, so we are getting 2 possible ahead and behind. So for both the possibles we are finding the answer. So finally we got 2 answers. That's it, and this will be the answer for question number 2. So last third question. So at what time between 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock where the hands of the clock be 10 minutes apart? So what should be the first step? First step to find the angle. So remember that you don't want to draw a diagram always in the exams. It is not needed, right? Just to practice. While practicing, try to draw it. But in the exams, kindly don't draw this diagram. You know what is the step number 1? Step number 1 is to multiply 10 into 6. After finding the angle, you will substitute in a formula. That's it. You don't want to draw a diagram. But while practicing in your home, so try to draw the diagram so that you can able to understand the concept 100%, right? That's the reason we are drawing a diagram. Again, I am saying diagram is not needed in your exams, right? So 4 to 5. So if it is 4 to 5, then surely we can say that the hour hand will point somewhere between 4 to 5. And the second thing is for the minute hand. So between hour hand and the minute hand, there is a gap of 10 minutes. So 10 minutes, then we can surely say that this will be 5 and this will be 10. Somewhere it will be point like this, right? One possible, or else it will be another possible. So there are 2 chances. So because if it is a 10 minutes apart, there will be gap here, right? Somewhat gap between hour hand and minute hand. So ahead this will be positive and this will be negative. So now let me find the angle. Step number 1. So we know that for every 1 minute, the minute hand will move 6 degree, and here it is 10 minutes apart. So 6 degree into 10 will be 60 degree. So finally we can say the angle between hour hand and the minute hand, if it is 10 minutes apart, it will be 60 degree and 60 degree here. Understood? So plus 60 degree minus 60 degree. So substitute in a formula for plus 60 degree and here for minus 60 degree. For plus 60 degree, so 60 is equals to 30 into h. So 30 into 4r minus of 11 by 2 into m. So 11 by 2 into m is equals to 120. So minus 60. So m is equal to here 60. So 60 into 2 will be 120 divided by 11. So if you multiply, if you divide this, so resultant will be 10 by 11. Yes. So past 4. That's it. So this will be the answer for the first possible. So we can say 4 are 10 by 11th minute where the hands of the clock be 10 minutes apart. So second possible. So minus 60 is equals to 30 into 4 minus of 11 by 2 into m. So bring towards left hand side. So 11 by 2 into m is equals to 120 plus 60. So m is equal to, this will be 180. So 180 into 2 will be 180 into 2 will be 360. So 360 divided by 11. So if you divide this, so 3 times 33. So again 30. So 2 times, so 8 divided by 11. So 32, 8 divided by 11 past 4. So this will be the answer for the second possible diagram. So finally we can say that at 4 hour 32 8 by 11th minute where hands of the clock be 10 minutes apart, or else 4 hour 10 by 11th minute where hands of the clock be 10 minutes apart. So that's it. This will be the answer for question number 3. So friends, understood this lesson. So this lesson is very easy when compared to all the previous lesson. So only thing is you should know the steps. So what is step number 1, then step number 2, and step number 2 why we are getting 2 answers, because they are talking about only apart. So apart, which means it can be ahead or else it can be behind. If they ask only behind, you will get only one answer. If they ask only ahead, again you will get only one answer. But the question they are asking is apart. So only we are finding both the answers. Understood? So it's very easiest lesson, and practice more number of questions. So after finding the answer, to try to search in the Google, definitely you will get the exact answer, right? So thank you so much for watching this video, and don't forget to watch the remaining lessons. And if you really like it, share this video to your friends, those who are preparing for the competitive exams. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.